What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's take a look at the next movie I want to talk about, which is The Tragedy of Macbeth. Now, this one comes to us from A24, and it actually hits Apple TV Plus this Friday, January 14th, if you want to catch it, regardless of what I'm about to say. This one is directed by one of the Coen brothers, Joel Coen. He does not have his brother Ethan with him, so he's going solo for this one. And it stars Denzel Washington as the main character, Macbeth, and Frances McDormand plays his wife. And if you've never heard of the Macbeth story, this is a William Shakespeare play and story. And so a Scottish lord becomes convinced by a trio of witches that he will become the next king of Scotland. And his ambitious wife supports him in his plans of seizing power. So with all that, going into it, the trailers looked really promising, really strong right out of the gate. But what do you expect from A24 and one of the Coen brothers and Denzel Washington and Frances McDormand? It looks like a recipe for success. So that's why I was excited for it. However, this is a personal thing. This is 100% me. I get that people like William Shakespeare adaptations. I'm 32 years old. I've never found one that I liked. Never have. Even with like a new filmmaker behind the camera, or the way it's interpreted, or the way it's presented. I've just never been a fan of the written language of Shakespeare. Just never have. It's never captivated me emotionally, or just had any type of like oomph to it, any power behind the words. It's just dialogue to me. And now I'm sure that makes me sound like an idiot. That's fine. But I'm always willing to give every adaptation I ever see a chance. So I wanted to like this. And to be quite fair, this is my favorite adaptation out of everything I've seen from William Shakespeare because of the technical front to it. Cinematography-wise, sound design, and music, and performances. But it doesn't do anything for me. So that is a personal thing, and I totally get that. If you are a fan of William Shakespeare stuff, I think you might enjoy this. It is definitely more artsy, and definitely it feels more independent and small in structure. But it's got a lot of power behind it that I think if you are a humongous Shakespeare fan and even a huge Macbeth fan, I think you're going to really enjoy this. And this is not one of those things to where like I don't understand like the themes and the messages and stuff. Betrayal, lust for power, letting the darkness consume you, doing everything you can to survive and keep that power, even if some of your morals are stripped away. Revenge, like it's got like all this stuff that like is ripe for a good drama. A lot of backstabbing going on in Macbeth, but so I get all the cautionary tale stuff that is this story. It just, when you make a film that's adapted from a William Shakespeare play or book, manuscript, or whatever, I just have a hard time connecting with it. So that's just me from a written standpoint. Now, I will say, like I said up the top, this is one of my favorite adaptations because, just ever so slightly, because of the way it's presented. Joel Coen has a wonderful eye for stage plays, and I want to see him do more. This is the first, I guess, adaptation from a Shakespeare story that I've seen that perfectly mixes a live action stage play while being cinematic at the same time. It's definitely small in scale when it comes to like the production design, and it feels like you're watching like a set on a stage, and you're saying that you paid hundreds of dollars for these tickets, and you're watching something really special. But the way it's filmed, with its precision and placement and showing the depth of the set, to like all that stuff that's coming together with the black and white aesthetic, it looks cinematic. It feels grander than it actually is, even though my eye is tricking me and I'm watching something that looks like a stage play setup. So that was one of the most impressive things about this film, is that Joel Coen managed to mix both of those worlds together, and it actually worked. And it was just really kind of just eye-catching, and it visually just popped on screen. You were curious to know like what was a 2D image, what was a 3D image. And that's the other thing. The special effects were blended in really, really well here. And so, yeah, I think the cinematography is absolutely stunning. The sound design and making it feel like these actors are in these close quarters. Once again, kind of playing with your ear with the stage play aesthetic. That was really well handled. The music was really sweeping and epic. All that stuff from the artistic eye of Joel Coen, wonderful. I have nothing against that. Performance-wise, Denzel Washington is the GOAT. He's one of my favorites of all time. And you know what's really interesting? As I was watching this, even he, with the presence that he has on screen, the fact that he's able to linger on certain words within Shakespeare dialogue, I was kind of captivated. He's the first person to actually make me kind of invested. I still get lost with the density and the just the overall monologueness of Shakespeare. But if there's one actor to do it and convince me to go to the dark side and like Shakespearean dialogue dished out in these long monologues, it is Denzel Washington, because he has the power to do that. Frances McDormand's also really good. I think every time when she's in one of the Coens movies, I think she's married to Joel, I believe. She's either married to Joel or Ethan, but she's in that family. And so every time when she pops up, it's just always a nice surprise. But she's also one of the greats. And so having them kind of pair off and like combat each other and had this kind of like seize for power struggle between both of them, I enjoyed it. I liked their kind of tug of war that they were doing against each other. Everyone else that pops up in the movie, like, they chew the scenery. They eat it up. They really lavish in this world, in this in dialogue and character. And like, I really liked everyone's commitment to it. And like I said, it really helps that Joel Coen has like this immersive experience on the eye and ear while you're watching it. And it's very nightmarish at sometimes. It's very surreal. And it's just a different take on Macbeth. And I really appreciated that, even though the script does nothing for me. I appreciate the attempt to make something different visually. And I was slightly captivated. So, yeah, I don't know what else more to say. I know a lot of people are putting this on their best of the year list of 2021. I just can't do that. I've just never been a fan of any Shakespearean anything. But this one kind of comes close to me slightly liking it, because Joel Coen decided to bombastically do something different. And I appreciate that quite a bit. Very, very stunning movie. I don't think it's going to happen. But if it squeaks in there for cinematography or sound mixing at the Oscars, cool with me. So I think those are my two bets for this film. Maybe directing. Maybe Joel could sneak in there, because like I said, I appreciate the work that he did on this movie. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see and find out. But please let me know down below. This is your chance to sound off and tell me off. Do you like Shakespeare stuff? Do you like adaptations, stage play wise or film wise, or what do you like out there? And tell me that I'm wrong. Tell me that I'm crazy for not really caring for anything William Shakespeare. But like I said, I'm not like some person that's gonna completely dismiss them. I will, if I have the opportunity, I will watch them and give them a chance. So, but yes, if you are a Shakespeare fan, I'd say check this out. It hits Apple TV Plus this Friday, January 14th. But that will do it for this review, guys. I'm Chase Lee, and tune in next time for whatever I review next. I will see you guys later.